And we've got some live music to give us a little
I want that outfit that the Seahawks or that guy's wearing right there.
Quarterbacks in a row. We saw it for the first time in the common
We rolling?
in 1971. We last saw it when the Browns were reconstituted and got the first overall selection, starting a trio of quarterbacks to be taken atop that draft. And Daniel, we're going to see it again here tonight, starting with Trevor Lawrence.
The haircut.
That's his trademark for his hair.
And there have been times where I think quarterbacks have been elevated beyond their ability due to need. That is not the case tonight. There are 4 of the top 8 players in
This guy,
in my opinion.
he's got a regular winner right there.
So there is value up here. This is not a reach for these guys to go this high. And when we're talking about the numbers,
What's the over and under on Jared?
Zach Wilson, who's probably going to the New York Jets. To me, this is the second straight year we've had a quarterback come from off the pace.
Yep, we got you live on YouTube.
Selection the year before ended up going number 1. Zach Wilson, same type of a grade. He's going to go number 2 in this year.
Already thinking right off the bat, I'm thinking how fast is Jerry Jones going to hit on whoever they pick's girlfriend or wife?
I'd be shocked if he doesn't take Patrick Surtain.
Yeah, I think that's the census pick, unless they were saying just recently if he's not available, gets taken before that, they like Horn, or they said Farley, but they don't know with his back for sure, even though he's medically cleared. They said they might trade down if one of those guys should be there for them at where they pick 10th.
Yeah, I think they're 10th.
Yeah.
So, as long as one of them guys drops to us, if we don't, trade up or anything, that'll be great.
All right, I got Grandpa asking a question here, so
Sure.
go ahead, Dad.
Okay, throwing this question out there. The NFL had enough time to contact Aaron Rodgers if he's serious about getting out of Green Bay.
Yeah,
What do you guys think of that?
I don't know why the hell he decided to say that on draft day.
That's my point.
Or release it on draft day. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's kind of a terrible move on his part.
Yep.
But
Because a team like the 49ers would be the perfect option for him.
that was my initial thought as soon as I heard Aaron Rodgers wanted out of Green Bay. He's going to San Francisco. So
That
you're
would've been
absolutely
perfect.
right there.
Well, is it all a smoke screen? Because didn't they just say a couple days ago too that they're thinking of trading the quarterback they drafted last year? So I don't know. This could just all be a smoke screen with everything with them, because they've been all over the place from an offensive tackle to a cornerback to a receiver. So I don't know. It's all over the place. But yeah, with the Rodgers thing, they've been upset since they drafted a quarterback last year. So I mean, what's the difference now? Why all of a sudden on draft day? So
Yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop too. But ever since Julio Jones announced that trade, I figured Green Bay would be the front runner for him. And then you got Stephen A. Smith saying the Bills.
The Bills, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, send right over.
It would be a perfect fit here, too.
Mm-hmm.
you really would. Then we wouldn't have to worry about drafting Kyle Pitts.
Oh,
Angel's best pick right there. You will sell the farm for Pitts.
Everything.
all right, let's get on with it.
I mean, the first 3 picks I think are pretty much. I don't think we don't have Cleveland picking in the top 3, so I don't think I see any shockers with the first 3 picks.
Right.
Except for maybe the Niners. I don't know. Mac Jones or one of those quarterbacks. But again, I think we talked about this, or you guys talked about it on your last podcast too. The Falcons. They're going to be the one that's going to be the decision on what's going to happen. What they're going to do. Are they going to take Pitts? Are they going to trade out of that? Someone going to come up for a quarterback? So I mean, that's where I think it's going to get interesting. But I don't see any really big moves in the top probably 5, except for unless Atlanta does something. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, no, you're right there. I could see Atlanta trading out. I could see him taking Pitts. I mean, this whole Rodgers thing's got me thinking about the San Francisco pick now. There could be a trade. Green Bay, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
it'll be interesting to see for sure. But yeah, I mean, if Atlanta's picking, I mean, if I'm Atlanta, I'm taking Pitts. I mean, I still think Matt Ryan produces. He puts up the yards and everything. He might not be the best quarterback.
I think
in
he's
the league,
still.
but this whole Rodgers thing's got.
He puts up yardage, and I mean, with those receivers he have, even if Julio Jones is they're looking to trade him. I don't think, I would keep him, and if you get Pitts to add to that, they don't need a quarterback right now. They're probably another 2 or 3 years away from needing a quarterback right now, and I mean, he's got enough weapons. Don't be surprised if they do move down to Atlanta and try to get an edge rusher. They definitely need work on that defensive backs in that for them. That's their Achilles right now. I mean, they can put up points with anyone like the Saints in that. I mean, that division is always a shootout between those teams anyway. So, but Pitts, I mean, just makes them that much better. As much as we did talk about, would it be amazing if we did get a guy like Pitts? I mean, everything from names you guys have talked about, to now. I mean, we're probably not going to pick till, probably midnight, but it'll be interesting unless we do hear that we have moved up and everything, but I don't know. I just can't pinpoint going off from Atlanta to Buffalo now and talking about them because that's our hometown team. We got to talk about the Bills.
Sure.
What are we going to do? We've talked about anything from running back to cornerback to edge rusher. I mean, it's a crapshoot right now. I mean, you would like to kind of have an idea. It's like fantasy football. Those first couple picks, you think you got an idea who it's going to be. After that, there's always a loophole or a wrench that someone throws in to change everything around.
That's very true. I like the point about the fantasy football thing. That's what the draft's all about here. So, yeah. Like you said, with the smoke screen with Rodgers, I mean, is he just trying to throw some drama into this whole thing? Like, what's going on?
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be fun, especially these first 3 picks now, or first 5 picks anyways. I mean.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't think the Niners are sold on Mac Jones, and I think and it's hard this year with COVID and everything. They didn't, you don't get as much tape and, to review of these guys, that you thought you would. You can't see them in person as much as you can with COVID, so it's going to be a little harder. A lot of them are talking about trades this year too, trading, to move up. 2020, there's they're saying that capital for those picks for next year are going to be very wanted, and I think the moves that already happened is what you're going to see. It could go anywhere, like you said. You never know. Atlanta's got some chips that they can move around, going back to them again if they are really serious about moving Julio Jones. Niners, I mean, I can't really say what quarterback. Trey Lance now it looks like he might fall past the first 10 picks, so I really can't say. Don't like Fields. I really don't. I can see him falling, and I hate to say it, to our division. He might go to the Patriots when they make a move, but I don't like Fields. That's just me personally.
No,
Patriots definitely love Fields, that's for sure.
Yeah, the Patriots seem to love him. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of Fields or Mac Jones. So, I mean,
right.
If the Patriots get him and he doesn't turn out, then, great. But,
by the way, it says, hi, Eric and Dad.
Hello.
Hi, Ann.
She's on the chat.
Hi, what do you call it?
What do you think, Dad? What do you got?
I think Cam Newton's on his way gone.
Wow,
Belichick went with one loser.
Yeah, Cam Newton ought to be out of there. He's just not producing like he should anymore anyways.
They'll probably play the first 2 games of the season.
Yeah, I mean, him with Greg Olsen in Carolina, they had some good chemistry together. So maybe with the stacked up tight ends that New England just added, that might be good for him. We'll see.
All right, guys.
All right, here we go.
It's time to boo.
Jacksonville. Here we go. Goodbye, Trevor Lawrence.
It's crazy. Last year we had a draft that was in a video call. Crazy.
Here we go.
Who's this?
All right.
The commissioner can't get them fired up.
Boo!
Brownie fans. The first Landry.
Boo this man.
Ooh. You're gonna take out one of our cornerbacks again, like he did.
Even though they don't need to be introduced to Brownie fans. First,
Hated him since.
Why?
Jarvis Landry.
Why though? Why Jarvis Landry?
Boo that man.
Yeah.
He took out.
All right.
And Big Joe Thomas. We can't wait.
We even cook them dinner.
Yeah, watching Joe Thomas on that show that The Rock had, the Titan games, that was kind of cool.
That over the past season, one thing that we miss the most.
It's not an NFL draft if Joe Namath doesn't make an appearance in some way or capacity. So I hope there's a Joe Namath. Grandma said she hopes so too.
We'll be when they're
The Jets, I'm sure he'll be there.
He'll probably do tomorrow night when they do they have all the celebrities do it or the teammates do it. So he'll probably be on.
Yeah.
And every stadium across the league this season.
Grandma in the background yelling Jets, Jets, Jets.
Yep.
So tonight,
That's unfortunate.
to celebrate our fans,
Look at that chair. Woo!
What's that chair doing?
NFL fan from out here that's vaccinated come up to this stage for each draft pick tonight and sit in that chair.
What are we doing? Come on.
Which is a chair I did the draft from in 2020. So I'm going to let Jarvis and Bernie.
I'll get like Grimace or someone to come and sit in the chair.
Guys, go for it.
They're way ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, you heard him say, look at the chair. And then the chair just showed up a few seconds ago.
Yeah.
All right,
We're gonna have to sync this somehow.
We need
together.
Hang on 1 second, because I'm going to ask
Can
Joe
you pause
Thomas
for a second
to give his
to
old
see if
pregame
he's gonna
speech to
sync
get
up?
you.
Can I pause?
Before we
Yeah,
start
pause.
tonight.
Yeah, let me pause 1
The
second.
TV, not the video call.
What's up, Cleveland?
Oh, okay. You're fine with me?
Yeah, we're
no,
fine with you, but we think that your TV is ahead of our stream.
It's gonna be.
Okay.
Is he singing right now, or is that
Alright,
already?
let's-
Joe Thomas.
No, the guy, my thing right now is the one lady sitting in the chair right now.
Okay.
Jaguar fan sitting in a.
So this guy hasn't sung yet.
All right, we put the
No, he has
Jaguar
not
fan in
sung
the
yet.
commissioner's chair. Let's get that party
So they're about
started.
15 seconds ahead of us.
All right, so about 15 seconds.
Settle
If you
down,
can
look at that.
pause the TV for like 10 seconds.
Okay, Cleveland.
Let me see if I can do that.
Rolling. You ready?
Pause the. I guess the broadcast.
Okay. The 2021 NFL Draft is now officially open. The Jacksonville Jaguars are now on the clock.
Hoping we could hear in
Like
person.
for
Look
us,
at
they
this
just
draft
said the
hall
Jacksonville Jaguars
filled
are
with
now on the
vaccinated
clock.
people. We're off and running.
Just did something. Hold on. It's coming back on, so we might a second away.
Okay.
Things are different this year, especially here. A place had a bit of.
Okay, so we're on the clock, and then our countdown is at 9:05 right now.
We're at 9.
9:04, 9:02.
Well, we can't see you.
America's game.
Yeah, they're showing us like the
Begin.
commercial of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So.
All right, ours right now is just Urban Meyer's just jumped into the water.
Hey, it's gonna be difficult.
Okay.
Oh, look at that piece of garbage.
And a city defined by resilience and fueled by what's possible. The dark clouds give way to rays of light. Those who would define the future.
Okay.
Take the first step of the line.
So are we all in pretty much a?
I'm gonna see what our timer looks like when we get this commercial.
Okay.
Where their hopes become reality.
Pick hasn't even come in yet. Just Mel Kiper's talking right now on ours.
The
Okay.
2021
The 2021 NFL draft commercial just ended for us.
Oh, baby.
No problem. I mean, I won't react. I'll do like maybe a little delay beforehand, and we'll talk about it if it comes to it.
Browns
Sure,
fans
sure.
are here as are host fans. Everybody inside this draft hall. Double fans, ready to roll in person. For the
Be on the bottom left-hand corner when it starts up. So yeah, I'm a little ahead of you though.
That's Urban Meyer, their new head
Okay,
coach.
they're just showing Urban Meyer in the war room right now for us.
Okay, we have
Checking out the
7:36.
Cam presented by Lowe's. Inside the house.
Okay, so you're about
Trevor Lawrence,
15 seconds
with all
behind.
of his family and friends.
That's fine. I won't react. We won't react until after. You know, like at least we'll give it a few moments in that too.
Unless you see how no the Bills react, then we don't have no choice.
NFL Network, Rich Eisen, along with David Shaw of
Sure.
Stanford, Charles
Yeah,
Davis.
if it's a shocker,
and
go
move the
for it.
sticks, Daniel Jeremiah at the end of the set. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe ours is not live or whatever. That's not doing it because it won't let us pause it right now.
We're
So
not doing that this
we're
year.
on. Are you on NFL or what are you on? Which one?
We're
ESPN?
Xfinity stream right now. We're streaming.
We're on the clock.
Oh.
10 glorious
Yeah, I'm on.
minutes.
We're just on the regular
Take it.
NFL.com.
I had to do that. It's a low-hanging fruit.
Okay, yeah, we're on the
So that's fine.
Daniel
network.
Jeremiah on the terrific
Okay.
Trevor Lawrence.
Well, not all first overall picks are the
We're
same. This is
on.
a year-
We're on ESPN. That's what we're on.
Very
HD.
thankful you were
Oh,
picked
sorry.
number one because
That's the one we're on.
Trevor Lawrence
Let me see if I go to
doesn't come around very often.
Yeah, we're
It's the
right at
highest
6
grade
minutes and
I've put
30
on a
seconds
quarterback
right
going
now.
back to Andrew Luck. So he'd be the number 2 in terms of that.
So we're at 6:08.
That you can expect.
What's the
Andrew
one?
Luck
Channel
walked
7
right
did?
in, as coach knows,
Yeah.
to the
I mean, we're not
Indianapolis
too
Colts
bad.
and took
I mean,
off.
we'll be fine, I
think
think.
the Jacksonville
Yeah,
Jaguars
you're
are
about
positioned
20
with somebody like
seconds.
Trevor.
Not too bad.
Okay.
ESPN.
Angel's gonna switch to ESPN for us too, so we'll see if that helps.
Okay. See if that does anything too. Yeah.
Okay, we're at 6:05 right now.
Oh, you're at 6:05. I'm at 5:39 and Booger's talking right now.
Oh, that ain't even further. It's gonna be behind.
Yeah.
Network.
And handled all of that quite well in addition. So I see this guy being a slam dunk number 1 pick. And they can't wait to get him to Duval and let everything
Okay, huh?
start.
That's right.
Freshman year, he was the best player on the team. He knows no other field. This is the way that he throws, this is the way that he is, much like Andrew Luck. You just see him taking his
If we're on ABC, it's at 5:06 right now.
to the playoffs.
We're
Don't be
5:20.
surprised
Just
if this
hit
guy does
5:20.
something similar, because this is just who he is. He is smooth and natural.
Yeah,
The
that
wild
seems to be
plays
the
are common.
closest right
You don't
there.
rewind the film like you do with some of these other guys and say, wow, look at that, because the next play is a wild play, and the next play is a
Yeah,
wild
they're just
play.
talking about him. So are we pretty much all in agreement that it's going to be more likely Trevor Lawrence? I don't see any shocking thing happening here, right?
The only way I would be shocked is if they didn't pick Trevor Lawrence. So.
Yes.
I mean, Justin Fields and Urban Meyer, Ohio State connection, maybe.
Well, first of all, it's all the things that the guys just said, right?
Yeah, I thought this pick, I think, was. Yeah, I thought this pick was done basically when they knew they were going to be the first pick. I think that was talked about ever since, and I don't think it's changed at all. Any mock draft I've seen has all had him all every single one. I don't think anyone. There's no defensive player this year, in like the past, like Chase Young or that in the last couple of drafts where that might sneak up and become the first overall pick. But no, I think it's Trevor Lawrence, hands down.
Yeah, I think it was Trevor Lawrence ever since the beginning of his college year.
Hey, when you look at the top 5 guys, You look at the
Can't
bottom
pass up
four
a
and you say, well, there's some
talent like that,
questions
even
with
if you
each of
have
them. Depending on the
connection.
flavor that you like, you can
Yeah.
say, I could go this guy 2, 3, and 4. There's no
This is almost like a sure thing, just as when Andrew Luck came in the league. He was going to be.
waiting so long. Kill against Jacksonville. I hate that.
They always got to do this. They always got to milk it for us, you know.
I
They,
can go freaking this year.
That special arm, he's got the ability to make those big.
Yeah, we're playing Jacksonville this year.
That's right.
This beat down because you made us wait so damn long.
We're gonna do an end zone for you guys, and I'll show you what I like. Is that we talk about?
It's in Florida, right?
Yep, all the Florida games are in Florida, which is great.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. The ability to
Tampa,
read on the back
Jacksonville,
end, see
and
things after the
Brooklyn.
play action.
Yeah, they're talking
I'm gonna
about
check
us
out this
playing
safety
Tampa
here.
the first game of
Safety
the
gets a
year
little bit
too, which
nosy.
would be cool if
And I
that
got the
happened.
arm and
Yeah,
I
that
got
was
the
rumored to talk about. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
The schedule is next week.
Yeah, they're releasing the
We might have
schedule
another
next
live
week.
stream going on.
Bounce back inside, make a throw. Look at this one. Find ways to create plays.
Look at these
When
highlights.
something's not
Man.
there, you love that. That is what the NFL is becoming at the quarterback position, and a great throw on the run right there. The one question I have, there were times you would see him rush things a little bit, get things a little bit pressure on him. That's the thing he's got to clean up at the next level. You see it right here, just kind of beforehand instead of just settling in and playing. But there is such a complete package here.
Susie Kohlberg's on right now. Joe Namath might make an appearance in a few moments.
Saying, Rich, he's one of the most sure prospects at the quarterback position coming out of college that we've seen in a long time.
Kurt Warner's still talking for us.
Change to go here.
He just
Jacksonville.
Anyway, y'all, for those of you guys are watching right now, this is Nick and C's Hot Takes. Welcome to the stream. This is the draft. We're going to be here for a while. So, if you haven't, feel free to swing on by our Facebook page, our SoundCloud page.
Especially our Twitter page. We need more interaction there, guys.
Yeah, so,
anything you can do to help out on our social media pages, we really
this guy Trevor Lawrence could be coming their way.
But yeah, we're just waiting on Jacksonville to finally make a pick.
I saw improvement in his game each and every Clemson. He's still getting better. He hasn't come close to tapping into his potential. So there's more to come.
There's a video I saw on Twitter.
Minutes to go on what we assume is going to be Zach Wilson, but the Jaguars took Byron Leftwich.
It's funny, I was watching a video where they're memeing on the team, and you hear Jacksonville calling Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence like, who's this? I'm sorry, I don't know who is this? I'm sorry, I speak English, I can't hear you. Click, and then hangs up on Jacksonville. and then they call Justin Fields. Justin Fields didn't answer.
Potentially over the next 48 to 72 hours. So there's a celebration going on in the Jacksonville.
The pick is in.
The pick is in. Holy crap.
The back of Urban Meyer getting on the back.
Like I said, they gotta drag it out. You know, they got it for this suspense, even though we've known this for how long now?
Ohio State deciding to hit the tires on being an NFL head coach and twist his arm when you say that Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback that you can get. We're waiting to hear that draft choice in a matter of seconds right here in Cleveland, Ohio.
What an exciting time for Trevor Lawrence. All that pressure that's been on him his whole life, he's delivered. Big moment for him coming up.
So here is the inevitable. The commissioner of the National Football League about to walk past a fan who is sitting in the chair that he conducted the draft from in the virtual draft last year.
Hey, they picked Trevor Lawrence. How about that, Brian? How about that? Holy gee, what a surprise.
We got the memo.
It took him that long to draft Trevor Lawrence, guys. We dwindled the clock down to
The
what,
Jacksonville
2 minutes?
Jaguars select
Basically, yeah, it came down to like 2 minutes to finally make this
Hey,
pick.
even the dog came out.
And so the inevitable has
His girlfriend
Give
is
the dog a bone.
I don't know.
Dog, they're all happy.
Which one is his girlfriend? Wait, no, it's the mother. Sorry, the blonde's the mother.
The one in the black with the black.
Yeah.
Hey, weird question. How's he looking in shorts? I bet you're not as good as Josh Allen.
Nobody looks as good as Josh Allen in shorts. It's a trick question.
My theory is with these guys that get drafted, how many of them are actually like family and the rest are just like freeloaders or something that are just there for the show?
1/3.
Oh, yeah. I'd say 2/3. I'm
Right.
just that kind of person.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, obvious pick here. Trevor Lawrence is the most valuable player in the draft. Jacksonville needs a quarterback. Everybody,
Hey, guys, you know what didn't happen? The Jets didn't get him because they choked. We don't have to worry about Trevor Lawrence in our division.
The Jets had it. They had it in their grasp, and then they
Look at this
started
pinball.
winning
Look at this
games.
pinball. There. Oh, wow.
There's no question about it.
I'm trying to delay that a little bit.
He's not just athletic.
Trying to delay.
I love how
This guy can run. This guy can outrun people.
the Jets
And Joe Klatt hit on
fumbled
it.
that
I
so
don't think
badly.
it's talked about enough. This guy is
They got rid of their quarterback too. On top of that,
you win over the offensive line first, and he's going to win those guys over.
Yeah, what did you think of Sam Darnold getting traded to Carolina?
We see this guy come up the
He needed a change of scenery, I think, too. You're right.
I bet you money he's gonna be so much better.
I don't want to trigger grandma or anything, but the Jets are kind of a dumpster fire of a franchise
One of the comparisons I use with it is another guy who wore 16, that's Joe Montana.
Not
necessarily in stature, but
they've
in how
always
they
had
go
a
about their
somewhat
business
formidable
and how
defense,
cold-blooded they are
but they
on the
just
field.
can't
You
figure
talk
it
about
out
that
on the
competitiveness
offensive
that Joe
side of the
Klatt brought
ball.
up.
They're us.
When I talked with someone from his
pass
camp,
off.
Lawrence's camp, they did mention
Right
Joe
now they're
Montana
pass off.
was a model for him.
They couldn't.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know that guy? That's the
leaves us to focus on the second overall pick.
Well, that's the thing with these teams like the Jets and Miami that got 2 first-round picks this year. I mean, they're in our division. We got to talk about them in that. I mean, there's some good stepping stones, even though the Jets are a dumpster fire. If they can get a... Fine.
I'm more impressed with Miami.
2018, to say the least, not on the team.
Yeah, I mean, Miami is, years, ahead of the Jets right now. But the Jets with, if the census pick is Zach Wilson, that's a nice chip to start with, and then maybe coming back and getting a running back or a receiver to complement that can get them a little better, going for, next year and years to come to kind of get a little more upside. But you're right, they need offense in the worst way.
Well, they have to go quarterback here.
Miami we'll talk about a little bit, but Miami, they're just basically, they already got a stellar defense. They're more than likely going to probably go receiver and an edge rusher, but we'll see.
Yeah, with this Jets pick, I'd be just shocked if they didn't take Wilson here. Same with Trevor Lawrence going with Miami's first pick, if they don't go with one of the wide
Personally, I'm glad
receivers
to
from
not be
Alabama
asked
to
by
help
Rich
out,
repeatedly about Sam Darnold like I've been for the last few years. Every time we've had a conversation on camera or off.
that would be a
But
shocker
I'm with
to
you
me,
right away. He's got a chance
too.
to come in and be
like to go
successful. He's got
defense.
live legs. He
They've
brings
got
that juice.
a scary
He's going to fill the
defense
stadium.
despite us
He's
putting
going to be
50
that guy
on
that
them
can
in the
make
last
those
game
switches
of
on
the
you.
year,
What do you
which was
think?
just
Well, I
amazingly
absolutely
fun
love
to
him.
watch.
And one of the things I talked
But,
about earlier was
yeah,
this is the
I'd
second
be
straight
shocked
year
if
we've
they
had a
didn't go to the wide
quarterback that
receiver.
the year before, a lot of people had
Yeah, that's pretty much the census, too. I mean, it's all up to Cincinnati, though, too. Is Cincinnati going to take the offensive tackle, or are they going to go after Jamar Chase and then leave them to take Waddle? I mean, Miami can't really lose with either guy, I don't think. But I'm still not sold on Tua. I think the defense bailed him out a couple times last year with all those turnovers they caused to help him. I mean, he was throwing for maybe 50, 60 yards a game, and it was all the turnovers that helped them get some of the wins. Don't count Miami out. They have a great defense in that, but I'm still not sold on Tua. I mean, they're going to get some weapons for him, but we'll see.
And for all the Bills fans out there, it doesn't matter how good Miami's defense is. There's all these funny memes out on Facebook and Twitter saying, Josh Allen is your daddy. He owns you.
He's
Josh
only before
Allen
you even
owns
had a good defense.
Yeah, doesn't matter how good your defense is, Miami. Josh Allen owns you.
Your daddy.
Who's your daddy?
I think that they're going to be very excited, and he's also a winner. He's a great leader. That's what everyone at BYU would talk about when they talk about Zach Wilson. What I love about him is that he plays the game kind of like a shortstop and not a pitcher, in that your delivery is never repeated in football, right? Because the pocket always closes in. You got to move.
I like that. Yeah, I like. My favorite thing is I like that it's the Jets pick and they're showing stuff from the Niners and Green Bay game.
That's what I love about him, and that's what creates so many big plays.
Let's be honest, we don't have a lot of highlights
down the field. And for me, I call that athleticism. It's not how fast you run the 40 or how big and strong you are, but the ability to make different plays in the pocket. Let me throw it to our athletic host. Back to you, Rich.
Thank you for saying that. Greatly appreciate it because the pick is in. The Niners are on the clock, which means that drama will certainly turn our attention to. But the New York Jets had a very difficult year, just 2 wins. Last time a team drafted a
All right, so what are we settling on, you guys? Do you think it's Zach Wilson pretty much, and then the same thing with Trevor Lawrence, like we did talk?
Yeah, I'd be surprised
about
Zach Wilson.
The only thing that comes close was when the Bengals chose Carson Palmer and Achilles Smith. 5 years and 4
Where did they get this chair from? Did they find it on the side of a curb or something? Because I swear this chair does not look appealing at all. Where is it? Maybe like get the recliner or something, you know?
Yeah, get him a lazy boy.
Yeah, there you go.
First, we find out if it is in fact Zach Wilson, who is the new New York Jet.
All right, here comes the commit.
All right, yeah, we're waiting too.
With the second pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
All right, yeah.
Here, guys.
2 for 2 right now. No surprise there.
Yeah. He looks absolutely thrilled to be a New York Jet. Look at this guy.
I don't know who's more thrilled, Grandma or this guy.
Grandma's got a good reason to be thrilled. He had a really good college career. I have my arguments about, level of competition in college and everything like that, but then people always throw back in my face, well, Josh Allen played at Wyoming, he didn't have the competition either, so that just nullifies everything I say, but he's an electric player. He's going to be a good quarterback. I hope he's not going to be a great quarterback. There's a lot of good reason for Jets fans to be excited.
Emma said he's cute, so he must be up there with Joe Namath as cute Jets quarterbacks for her. But she hopes he doesn't. She hopes he doesn't go as bad and gets drinking like Joe did and womanizing too much.
He was hurt in 2019 coming off of a shoulder. That explains why the numbers
if he's as good looking as Joe, maybe he'll play as good as Joe. I'm hoping not, but.
This is some of the most fun quarterback tape that you will ever watch on a player. Here he is against Boise State, back to the defense.
Check some of these highlights out. I mean, the best highlights I've seen, and I've only seen a couple games out of this guy, and I've kind of watched a lot of college football.
How about the vision? They're going to squeeze the middle of the field.
They want you to go down with the Jets fans looking. They won't let them go.
Just throw you the touch ball right here. Drop it right
his play
into
actions
the
are
perfect
just
placement.
deceiving.
This is the fun stuff
fun to
going right,
watch,
throwing
and
left.
they're showing some of these on the run passes and across body passes. He's an accurate passer, so Jets fans, you gotta be excited about. Like you said, it's kind of an obvious pick. If Trevor Lawrence was he'd be the #1.
So smooth. Freeze it. Let's allow Rich just to enjoy this for a second. Let him take this all in.
You know what?
Because this is going to be exciting for the Jets. This was a throw.
I got to edit the screen out, guys.
So much attention every quarterback will say after this,
Yeah, up on
they're
YouTube,
trying to
our
make the same
screen's looking a
throw.
lot better, a lot more sharp.
You're right about that, and this is my
Oh,
NFL
that too.
comparison presented by Jeep. And for me, it's two guys
You know
for
what?
him.
The whole
It's
situation
like my
is
ass.
I keep talking about that because not just their ascension to the #1 role, but their ability
Well,
to
chat,
make the
feel free to
second,
type in, say hello, Bills Mafia, all that good
breaks
stuff.
down in the pocket.
Yeah, anybody
There's
viewing,
movement. He
interact
finds
with
people
us.
downfield
We'll
for big
shout
plays.
you
We
out.
saw that with Burrow at LSU.
I know,
We're seeing it now.
those guys
And of course,
are
Russell Wilson. I did mention
got
at
the
some
qualities.
point these guys got to make plays from the
I love
pocket.
it.
It's not that everything they do is on
I can't wait to get
platform,
to New York City.
shortstop
Dad,
throws. They
congratulations.
make
Thank
the
you
big
so
throws
much.
from the pocket, find their guys downfield, and put it on their receivers and allow them to run with it.
Yeah, it's
Ooh.
the
Talked about
microphone's
Trevor Lawrence
beside
being the best
me.
player, the best quarterback in this draft. As Daniel said, this is the best
How many-
to watch for all the
How many blondes can you fill in a room together? Jeez.
It was exciting to watch this young man play.
Well, Jets fans are excited about another
This
highly
would be
drafted
enough.
quarterback again. Could
Yeah,
this
that-
finally be the
Just talk to him
one?
like
Well,
that.
let's just start.
There you go,
Is
John.
this better
That's
for
history.
you guys?
She
I
will
hope
be
so.
interviewing prospects for us as the 49ers are 4 minutes and change left on the clock for them.
That's
Big
right.
moment
There
for
it
Jets fans.
is.
Melissa Stark, take it away.
Yes, you included Rich Eisen, and Zach Wilson,
All right.
of course, has
Is this
known
the trade?
for some time
We
that
got
you're going to be a New York Jet, but this is your
Is this the
first
trade that
opportunity
they're
to
talking
send
about
a
and
message
they have?
to the fans. What do you want to say?
You know what? I'm gonna give it everything I have.
What are you hearing, Angel?
As I could for
Hey,
this moment.
Ron?
And there's not another team I
No,
want
we're
to play
just
for besides the
listening.
Jets.
No.
I'm gonna give everything I
We're
have, and
listening
we're
to
gonna be a
Zach
special
Wilson
team, baby.
talk
We're going
right
for the
now
Super
for the
Bowl.
Jets.
Oh, they'd love to hear that. All right, you're a Utah
Oh, okay.
born there, raised there, went to school there.
But Angel, I thought had a tidbit about a trade, so I thought I was just asking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, possibly that Aaron Rodgers might be traded out.
Well, the 49ers are picking, so he's thinking Aaron Rodgers might go there now.
Might trade a pick with Green Bay. Who knows?
He had me at you know what.
I don't know.
As soon as he said, you know what?
Imagine that. When was the last time you seen a blockbuster trade like that on draft day?
1965.
That's been.
Would that be up there with that Herschel Walker trade back in the day where like there was like 8 draft picks and everything done too?
Man, I mean, somebody that I might be a little bit biased because I love Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, I think this would be the most crazy, even up there with the Herschel Walker trade. So we'll see. We haven't had any notifications of a trade yet, but let's listen in.
All right.
Yes, it's good. It is. It is what it is.
Can't turn it up a little more.
Gain.
Yeah.
I think what the problem is that the volume of the actual audio is higher, so I'm lowering it down as
Oh,
we speak.
okay.
They can hear us clearer. Yeah, that's what I figured. See the levels?
Okay, it's much better now.
A little better, yeah.
She says much better.
Okay, yeah, I figured that. Cheers!
Cheers. Go Bills.
So barring any crazy move here, who are we leaning towards probably for this pick?
Anytime, that's for damn sure.
You know, if they're thinking about trading Garoppolo, I don't know why they would do it. I don't think. I mean, I've never been high on Jimmy Garoppolo, but he's. It's not like he hasn't produced. All right, the pick is in here, so we'll see. It doesn't look like they traded.
No trade.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Trey Lawrence. I'm gonna throw a curveball here. I don't think it's Mac Jones. I'm gonna think it's gonna be Trey Lawrence. I think that's who I think might
Trey
be picked
Lance?
here. You got an opinion, Dad?
I would think Mac Jones.
All right, he says Mac Jones. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I was leaning towards Mac Jones too. I mean, like I said, I'm not as high on him, but I think he's going pretty high in a lot of the mock drafts here. So,
All right, so we got Angel. Who do you think?
I honestly don't know. I haven't really looked into it too much, honestly, with these guys.
hey, you never know. Maybe they'll take Kyle Pitts.
They're not gonna pick up Kyle Pitts. They're gonna rob Miami.
Imagine.
You never know, like you said.
Hey, double tight end sets. It's worked. It's worked in the past.
Kyle Pitts and George Kittle lining up against each other.
Oh my God.
You don't need a quarterback after that. You just have one of them be quarterbacks.
Yeah. Like the Bills were getting burned by tight ends all year last year, and then having to play San Francisco dealing with the 2 tight ends if that happened.
Oh man. Yeah, it's crazy. They were in the Super Bowl last year, 2 years ago, and they're drafting so high now. All right, here we go, Goodell.
All right, Goodell's walking up.
All right, let's see who we get.
With the 3rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select
Trey Lance.
Ooh.
There we go, guys. Trey Lance is off the board. And
I'm like the next Mel Kiper. I'm 3 for 3 right now.
3 for 3. I love it. You know, what got me going with this guy?
Hey,
is
1, 2, 3 quarterback.
Yeah,
we were just talking about this a couple weeks ago. You mentioned it.
Yeah, and that's what was projected. And
time in over like a decade at least.
Yeah. And the thing that got me the most, like, he went to North Dakota State, guys. Everybody that's listening, everybody that's going to tune in later, nobody's seen a whole lot of tape on him. And then you've got Josh Allen making that commercial.
Oh my God, that was bone chilling.
Doubters wrong.
That was bone chilling.
That's what got me to really look into this kid. I mean, they've talked about him, obviously. And, you know, he's got the talent, he's got the skills, but
all talent.
When you got somebody like Josh Allen saying, you know, prove the doubters wrong, being Bills fans, being homers, that'll make you look into a guy a little bit more. So I'm happy for him. I didn't want to see him fall for that reason, but yeah, pick number 3. It's looking like San Francisco's got their future quarterback, even if they don't decide to trade Jimmy G. So good for Trey Lance. I'm happy for him. Like Josh Allen said, prove him wrong.
Mel Kiper is best at 30-70, right about the prospects. Thank you, Kevin. Comment there.
Now comes the question: does Mac Jones do what Trey Lance in the mock drafts? Does he fall now, or does someone come up and pick him up that really want him? You know, in a lot of the mock drafts, it was Mac Jones. I feel like this is a better fit for the Niners than Mac Jones. I don't know why. Don't get me wrong. But I just felt like he's more of a prototype. I think he will gel better with the Niners than I think a Mac Jones, he's more mobile too, Trey Lance, than, you know, Mac Jones. So I think it's going to be, I think that's what was a big reason why they picked Lynch picked him over Mac Jones, I think, you know, or my theory on it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, no, that's nail on the head. And just to piggyback off of that, I mean, you look at the talent that Mac Jones had in college. He had the Heisman Trophy winner. He's got all those weapons on Alabama. And you look at San Francisco's roster. Who do they have other than George Kittle? Like, think about their wide receiving core. Trey Lance is a more accurate quarterback, not statistically, but if you look at his videos, he's that gritty kind of quarterback that can work with less talent. I feel like Mac Jones might need to have more talented wide receiving or tight end cores on his team. So, I think John Lynch made the right pick here.
Good theory. I agree.
That's like Josh Allen flick right there. Just looking at him throw the ball like from the 40-yard line to the end zone, like nothing.
Yeah, they're showing some of his highlights right now, and it's kind of not super Josh Allen-esque, but you know who he kind of reminds me of playing right here? It reminds me of Dak Prescott.
Oh yeah, a little bit faster,
a little bit quicker, but yeah, he's a gritty player.
I thought of Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah, you know, now that you mention that, he looks like he's willing to take on a little bit more hits than Russell Wilson is. But yeah, now that you mention it, I can see a little bit of that Russell Wilson in him.
Wide receiver for Atlanta. Is that
we've got some people commenting here on our YouTube page, and he's talking about Atlanta drafting Patrick Surtain.
Or wide receiver.
Really?
That could be a steal. I mean, he's arguably the best cornerback in this draft right now. Atlanta, like we talked about earlier, Atlanta does need some defense. I mean, the obvious pick that everybody, is talking about is Kyle Pitts. Or the trade and everything, but
they're not trading. I realize that right now. By now, it will be a trade, right?
You never know. The timer's been going for a little while, but we've seen trades come in a little.
It has been going for a while, guys. Just like
if
Pitts
doesn't go here, if Pitts doesn't go here and he falls to Miami, I'm gonna be pissed. That's all I know.
No.
I will be severely pissed if.
And please just steal him. Just steal him. They need a tight end, don't they?
Of course they need a tight end.
Yeah, get a tight end. Don't be stupid.
Or trade him to us.
Don't chuck on
because
this.
They don't. I mean, anyone will take Pitts with the next. I mean, if I was the Bengals, I would take him before Miami, though, too. But
oh, for sure.
I mean, this is going to be the interesting pick. This is what we talked about right here.
Absolutely. Here we
go. Okay, so they're not trading. Well, but Cincinnati is our trade partner. We trade a lot with them.
I'm going to go with Pitts here. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Pitts here. I don't think it's a curveball, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. I like the curveball in the comments about Patrick Surtain. But yeah, if we're looking at value,
is Shaq gonna win or Eric gonna win? Let's see who wins this one. Chat or Eric? Eric is 3 for 3 so far. Although it's the most obvious 3 for 3 in world history, but still it's 3 for 3.
I agree. Don't give me too much, dude. Don't give me too much credit. Hey, you got to give me a little bit on the third pick there,
Yeah.
Mac Jones, but I'm not gonna gloat too much on it because it was the obvious.
Bengals. The chat saying Bengals choosing LSU wide receiver.
Ooh, that's
Okay.
Bengals choosing LSU receiver is another good one to go with their quarterback. I mean, Jamar Chase is high on everybody's draft boards too. So,
or the Bengals is trading their picks to the Buffalo Bills. No, I'm kidding.
Stop it.
I want it. I want it so bad.
All right, look at that crowd. They're excited.
I think we're gonna trade up. I honestly do we're gonna trade up though.
I mean, if we do,
it's gonna be for the running back though. I'll tell you that right now.
Stop it.
It's gonna be for him.
Those running backs could fall to us too. So, all right.
I don't think it's good.
They're walking up.
Okay.
Let's see.
In personal opinion, I actually do like Atlanta's jerseys. A lot of people don't like him. I like him.
Here comes the commish. Is he saying Kyle Pitts? Let's see.
Kyle Pitts is gone.
Going to Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts is gone.
He didn't go to Miami, people.
He's not going to Miami.
Yes, he didn't go to Miami, so that's a fresh air there.
Oh, God, we don't have to be terrorized by no...
And we didn't give up the farm for him, Angel.
All right.
I mean, this was the obvious pick. I mean, Atlanta couldn't go wrong here with this. I mean, it's going to be a good pick for nice fit to go with Julio and Kelvin Ridley and Pitts with them. I mean, that offense. And the offense is not the problem in Atlanta. Now they got to come back and get some defense the rest of the draft to help out with.
That kid is going to be nasty. I will look forward to watching him play.
And like we were talking about in our last episode, Angel mentioned, we've transitioned. It's an offensive league. If Matt Ryan doesn't succeed with this guy, and if they don't trade Julio Jones away, then you got to get rid of that guy. But Atlanta should be, depending on their running back situation, a very, very fun offense to watch. There may be some 55 to 51 games because their offense or their defense is so terrible, but Kyle Pitts is just going to be that amazing addition to that offense in particular. So
this offense reminds me now of Kansas City. I mean, you got Kelsey and Tyreek Hill. You got Calvin Ridley, and you got now Pitts. I mean,
Oh, 1
Julio
second.
Jones is
Sorry.
no sneeze either, but Julio Jones is now probably your third target compared to your first or second one now. Just like
Oh yeah,
City.
Ridley's clearly solidified himself as the #1 receiver after last season, and you throw Pitts in there. I agree with you 100%.
1 second, real quick. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to close the stream out. I'm gonna put low latency on, so then you guys can talk to us a little bit quicker, I guess. So just give us a second, all right? I'm gonna